Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Starkey Farmstead. Let me tell you what we're going to do today. So we have some biddies that are exactly 2 weeks old. I'm super excited. Today is going to be their first outing outside of their little container where I've been keeping them, their brooder, taking them outside into the sunshine and the grass. Let me tell you why. Had they been raised by a broody hen, they would already be walking around the yard, scratching in the dirt, eating grass, finding bugs, and learning to fend for themselves. Because I hatched them myself, it is now my responsibility to do for them what their mother would do for them. So I'm gonna gather all 10 of these babies up. I'm gonna put them in a special cage that I have, and I'm gonna set that in a shaded area in my yard. Now this cage has a top, sides, and a bottom, but the grass will come up through the bottom. They can walk around in that, they can pull at the grass, and they can get some fresh air and some sunshine. Here in Southeast Louisiana, the temperature today on April 3rd is 83 degrees at 11 o'clock in the morning. So, they don't need to be in the brooder. They don't need a heat lamp. They don't need a regular light. They don't need anything. They need to be outside, okay? So we're gonna mimic nature, and we're gonna do it for them. So let me turn the camera around, show you guys how adorable they are, and let's get them into this cage and outside into that grass. So this is our brooder. Of course, it is an old, big piece of metal. Somebody had given us, one of my cousins, and I'm pretty sure they use it as a cow trough, watering trough. My husband put a piece of board across the back right there to separate it into two halves. That way I can run 2 sets of chickens at the same time. I do want to point out right here, that is from a heat lamp. That is how easy and quick you can burn down your entire farm or your shop. Heat lamps are extremely dangerous. Now what we have in here is just a big outdoor light. Okay, it's got more wattage than your regular 75 watts. I want to say that one is 150 or maybe it's 225, but it puts off a considerable amount of warmth. Not so much heat, and they have always been under that. I never even put them under a heat lamp because even though the temperatures would drop, I was able to keep this one top, guys, like this, and just trap that heat in. But here in Southeast Louisiana, it's getting too warm for that, okay? It really is. You will overheat these chicks. I think that's the biggest problem people are having when they're saying, I picked up chicks, I brought them home, now they're dying. They're dying because you're overheating them. You're trying to keep their temperature consistently at 95, 98, 100 degrees. And guys, 2 or 3 days after they're born, they're running around in the yard. Their mother does not sit there all day with them underneath her bottom, keeping them warm. It just, if you know anything about chickens, that is not how it happens. About 3 or 4 times a day, or if the weather's really cold or really wet, they'll get in her feathers. Otherwise, they are just whatever temperature it is, they're constantly moving, looking for food. And if they get too cold, she'll sit down, they'll get underneath her for 30 or 40 minutes, warm up, and go back out in the weather. So keeping your chicks too warm will kill them. Hi, babies. So we're gonna remove the lid. Sorry about all the jiggling. I am eventually going to get something to hold this camera. All right, so there they are. I'm gonna transfer them from here into this specialized cage I was telling you about. This way, they're protected on top, sides, and bottom from anything coming to get at them predator-wise, but that is also his job. So he'll be out there with them the entire time. What I do, hammer baby, easy, baby. I like to introduce them to him so that he understands this is now his flock to protect, like the adults out there. He has a very soft mouth. This German Shepherd has been doing this with the livestock on our farm since he was 10 weeks old, guys. You can train any dog to be a livestock guardian. I know that that is not a popular statement. He is also trained as a home protection dog, as a companion animal to me, but he excels in livestock protection. That is what he has always done. You can catch our other videos. We have a whole playlist dedicated to him and how we trained him. I highly encourage you to get a German Shepherd and train them. I'm telling you, could not get anything smarter to protect your livestock. So if you notice, guys, I made sure to put them where there is shade. This is Southeast Louisiana. It's super duper hot out here, all right? I mean, I'm already sweating. So why would I put these babies in direct sun the very first time they come out their brooder? So I'm fixing to go inside and get their water because they're gonna need a water source. But what they're gonna start doing, in a second, they're gonna get brave. They're gonna stop being bunched up. They're gonna start looking at that grass, figuring it out. Now, that is Atlas. Atlas is our farm dog. He has been known to defeather a rooster until it was dead. So he is never allowed very long with any livestock. He gets frustrated. He's almost 8. He's tiny. But I will tell you guys this. That's the best protection dog I've ever seen. He'll kill snakes, snapping turtles. He has fought all types of dogs. He's killed a possum on this property. Like, he is ferocious. The German Shepherd's not a fighter, he's a lover. But our little dog right here, he's definitely the fighter. So you need that combination, and you need to understand how your animals work with each other. He's not a bad dog. He's just not gonna put up with the rooster spurring him or pecking him. He'll kill it. As to where he'll intervene between a rooster fight, and they can literally spur him, and he will soft mouth them with never actually hurting them. It's pretty impressive. So know your animals. Don't expect more from your dog than what he's willing to give, okay? But I do want to point out, notice how calm the dogs are around the chickens, okay? So they're not snapping at the babies. They're not barking uncontrollably. That's what you want. I can promise you, nothing's gonna bother these babies while they're out here for the first time. I could go inside and take a nap, come back out in 2 or 3 hours, and my dogs are gonna be right here with these babies doing what they're supposed to be doing, okay? Let me go get their water, and we're just gonna let them enjoy outside for a little bit. All right, we have the water set up, and we've got a couple of curious babies. They're starting to notice the grass. Look at that. Look at that. That's what you want. You want them to notice the grass, guys. I really hope this gives you some ideas on how to get your baby chicks out of those brooders, because no matter how clean you're keeping it, they're still technically walking in their own crap. Now, I have a big brooder, guys, and I'll change that bedding every 2 weeks because they have enough space and I've not overcrowded my chicks in it. You still need to get them outside, okay? You need to get them outside. In fact, I'm hoping to have these guys in an outside coop in the next 2 weeks full time, because we'll be mid-April. We should not have any nights below 45, 50 degrees after that. And they should be able to withstand that because they're starting to get some feathers now. So I hope this helps y'all. I hope that it gives you just a couple of ideas. I'm reusing a cage that I bring rabbits in a lot of times. You could put them in a dog carrier as long as they can't fit through the openings. You don't have to spend a lot of money to give your animals their best life, but you have to spend your energy and your empathy and your ability to steward these animals. You have to use that. So I hope that this helps you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share our videos. We're trying to show people how they can farm on small acreage, debt-free, using everything that God has already put in their hands to make themselves successful. Go out there, multiply, prosper, and get something in the ground today. You guys have a blessed day. Thank you for watching Starkey Farmstead. Whoop. what we did, guys, was a little modification here. We went ahead and added a couple of handfuls of compost into this little pen for them. They're already figuring out how to scratch and how to bathe in it. There are also little bitty bugs like worms and seeds and stuff that's in this compost, and these guys are really enjoying digging it out. So make your chicks' first day out of their brooder a day for them to remember. You guys have a blessed day. Like, comment, and subscribe.